Peace, family. My name is Vicki Dillard. Thank you so much for tuning into my personal channel here at VickiDillard.tv. Beloved, as you come in, be sure to give us a big thumbs up, thumbs up. Be sure to like and to share the broadcast. Would you do that? Thank you so very much, fam. I did another brief broadcast that I wanted to do today to make available to you today for this Friday, the 21st of March. Of course, whenever you watch this, is an absolute timeless video. Enjoy it, watch it, and be sure to share. I just want to let you all know that I'm doing another absolutely free webinar on Saturday, April 5th. You all know that when I do the get down, I do my offline webinars, baby. It's just unmatched. Okay, it's just unmatched. It's powerful. It's wonderful. I'm going to be discussing, beloved, how your United States government has a history of conducting black magic rituals, seances, yes, even covens, housing them on military bases. And you got to be saying to yourself, what in the world does this have to do with anything related to the U.S. military? Everything. How many of you all know that I teach you all the time that spirituality, not religion, spirituality, beloved, is connected to every single thing. Why? Because everything you see, and your metaphysicians, your quantum physicists, your quantum mechanic practitioners, and all them scientists nowadays, they admit what we've known for years, what the ancients and philosophers and such have known for years, is that everything you see came from everything that you can't see. So everything starts from the unseen. And so in order for us, really, family, to remake the planet the way we need to make the planet, and the only way, beloved, that we overcome this oppressive war machine that has been devastating the lives of foundational Black Americans, freedmen, and the darker peoples, mostly of our planet around the world, is understanding our spiritual powers, our spiritual weapons, our spiritual ability to create and to bring things into existence. Yes? So, beloved, I don't want you to miss this, because I'm going to be exposing that, spiritual wars, as well as what's going on at the Holy See. How many of you all know the Holy See is another term for the Vatican? And the Vatican, the original Vatican, was a matrilineal Black Vatican seat before the Catholic Church and other major religions stole it. You don't want to miss my breakdown on what the latest about that is. Yes, click the link or go to my website at VickiPlanet.com. Enough of that. I heard about this news. Was it yesterday or the day before? As soon as it happened, I think it was yesterday. And I didn't get a chance to break it as quickly as possible. Some of you all know that I'm on African Diaspora News channel. I do lives there. African Diaspora News Network, Tuesday through Thursday, 2 p.m. Eastern live. So don't miss that. And I also give international commentary separate from that. So be sure to check out that as well. But I promised you all I wasn't going to do what I did for so many years and abandon my own channel here. So that's why I'm here today, to give some content. But I wanted to talk about the fact of an OG LA Crip known as Big U. Some of you all might be familiar with him. Some have, my understanding is there was some sort of connection between him and Nipsey Hussle. Of course, there have been rumors on the streets about him. Well, I did a broadcast on him some days ago on African Diaspora News channel, and I connected the dots with something that he said in an interview he did with Willie D. Now, even though, as I mentioned in the broadcast I did on here recently, that it may not have been his intention, he revealed some things, I believe, between corruption with the local law enforcement there in LA, and also geopolitical or international players when he was in the streets, and some things that he heard of now. He brought up everything from Colombians to the Panama Canal to the current Mexican cartel. And even though the question he was asked by Willie D was not directly related to my geopolitical aims, I connected some dots there with some of the things he said. A statement that the current president of Mexico, Miss Sheinbaum, said, and I played a part of that in my video on African diaspora, as well as some other sources. Now, family, I'm a very prophetic voice, and it's interesting that when I begin to hit a particular target, something will play out in the national or international news. And exactly what took place some days after that video came out, and folks started to talk about it and give quite a bit of feedback and expose a lot of stuff. All of a sudden, the feds are trying to arrest him. I'm not saying this man is perfect. I'm not saying there weren't rumors on the streets, but I don't get off into rumors that are on the street that are unproven. Beloved, I try to keep the main thing the main thing. Now, I want you to watch something that he said recently in a video when he was on his way to turn himself in. But before he turned himself in, look at what the news was putting out. The clip, the video, the article I'm showing you now. Look at this article I'm showing you now, this article headline that was put out when they were looking for him yesterday. That's from ABC 7. Y'all see that? What's the headline say there, family? FEDS searching for alleged South LA Crips leader, music exec accused of, quote, mafia-like crimes. Now, that's some madness in and of itself. And it's a madness in and of itself because some of the things that I highlighted in my video had to do with Mexican cartels, so-called mafia-like stuff, because I was bringing up the motive for which Donald Trump labeled some of the Mexican cartels as terrorists and some of the nefarious intentions the United States had. I played a clip from the Mexican president about the United States' intention, and she warned them not to invade her country by land, air, or sea. And then I connected the dots between something that he said in the interview that was unrelated to those statements. Talk back to me, somebody. Let me hit my gavel. Do y'all understand? A little bit of the article before I pay you this video clip. It says here, federal authorities are searching for a music executive. Yes. Who allegedly leveraged his connections with the South Los Angeles street gang to run a vast, quote, mafia-like organization. Let me just parenthetically say, whenever your media apparatus and the feds put out a press release and they use terms like that, they want you to really think something is juicy. What? They do everything that they can to paint the person before they've had a trial. They want to paint you as crazy as possible so that the streets and the people don't cooperate and cover for him. And so that you're automatically thinking that he's crazy and guilty without any evidence enough. They already want you to think that this is some savage nut. Do you understand? Eugene Henley Jr., 58, also known as Big U, has been charged with conspiracy to violate the racketeer, influence, and corrupt organizations. Y'all know that's RICO. The Department of Justice said he ran, quote, a criminal enterprise that committed a series of racketeering crimes, including extortion, human trafficking, fraud, and the 2021 murder of an aspiring rap musician. Family, Vicki, just read, Vicki. 2 other alleged members of the organization, Sylvester Robinson, a.k.a. They, and Northridge, and Mark Martin, 50, a.k.a. Bear Claw of the Beverly Wood area, were arrested Wednesday on the same criminal complaint in which Henley is charged. Robinson and Martin are expected to make their initial appearances Wednesday afternoon. It goes on to say a whole bunch of other stuff I'm skipping here. It says that the DOJ said 10 Rolling 60s members and associates were arrested Wednesday, also facing federal charges, including drug trafficking, racketeering conspiracy, and firearms conspiracy. 4 of them were already in custody, the DOJ said. Family, it goes on. The next section of this, I'm not even going to read it to you, but just I want you to know I'm not making this up. This is what the next section says. Y'all see that? Henley allegedly ran mafia-like organization in Los Angeles. According to DOJ, since 2010, Henley's Big U Enterprise Group operated as a mafia-like organization that used his association with the Rolling 60s and other street gangs to intimidate businesses and individuals in LA. Family, that is, I don't even know the situation. We know that's a lot. It don't even sound right the way they said that. Now, mind you, my video I did was very, very prophetic because I connected the streets with geopolitics a couple of weeks or so ago. It aired, sometime after actually I had submitted it, but it takes a little bit for editing and the network and all that stuff. Yes. And I connected it in a way that was more than just his testimony that he gave or his interview that he did with Brother Willie. Yes. Henley is widely regarded as a leader within the Rolling 60s and rose to prominence in street gangs during the 1980s. While the Big U Enterprise and all times partnered with the Rolling 60s and other criminal elements for mutual benefit, the Big U Enterprise is a distinct and independent criminal enterprise engaged in criminal activity, including murder, extortion, robbery, trafficking, and exploiting sex workers, fraud, and illegal gambling. The DOJ press, honey, that all sounds like some BS. And that's all I'm going to say on that. More to come on that. We're going to keep our eye on this. I don't know this man. I'm not saying that this person was perfect. I'm not getting into the details. I'm saying the way it sounds is suspect. Now, I wanted you just to hear very quickly a little bit of what he said when he was on his way, because they said that he was missing for a while, just so you all know. For a few hours, the media was going crazy, saying that this is out on him, he's missing. And where y'all think that came from, by the way? How many of y'all know they spread it through the news real fast? He missing, we trying to arrest him, where he at? Come on, talk back to me, somebody. This is all a media blitz. Are y'all hearing me today? Okay, I think this is it. Watch this little clip right here. Let me get it to where you can see it. Hold on, fam. Hold on. This is under copyright of 1976. This is actually from his, I think, Instagram is where some of this was captured from. Of course, other online media folks have been covering it, but just know that he put it out. So I believe that he definitely wanted the whole world to watch this and to see this as he was turning himself in. Here he is here.
This is my last video before I turn myself in.
Hold on. I don't think y'all heard that. Hold on. Let me turn it. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button and share, family.
With my family.
Okay, here. I wanted y'all to hear what he said. I'm sorry. Here we go.
This is my last video before I turn myself in. I'm with my family. Talk to my sons. I talk to everybody, man. I'm just saying, going to deal with this fight, see what it is. I just want y'all to know, all this stuff is quagmire. Shit is all bullcrap. I just need y'all prayers. Need y'all. I don't even know what to say. 21 years, I've elevated my family. Come back.
Oh, it's not letting me do it the other way.
Sit here and write and do what I need to do until I can come back home. People are supposed to help me. I hope you help me. Hank, you don't? Don't worry about it. A lot of stuff y'all hearing is straight trash. And I appreciate the love and I appreciate people who've been helping me. I don't know. It's hard helping black people.
Y'all hear that?
And not being hunted.
He said it's hard helping black people and not being hunted. Now, I want to skip because I want you to hear something else that he said, because after he clicked off of that, right? Shortly after that, he went back live again. So let me cue that point. I was trying to turn it the long way, but it's not letting me turn it that way. I'm having problems here. But anyway, you're going to get the gist. Okay, he going live back again. Watch this.
I'm looking at this video as I come in to turn myself in, and I'm disheartened by the fact that they're trying to say that I stole something from Developing Option, or I used Developing Option as a front. Developing Option paid my bills. They paid my house note. They paid the bills for my family, the money I made from as an employee for Developing Option. I never mixed that with nothing. I didn't manipulate nobody. I didn't steal nothing. We did PPP loans. We did 2 loans. And that's it, just like everybody else did. I didn't use no fraud. I didn't use no fake names. And one of them we was paying back and one they forgave. You know what I mean? And the other one we attempted for and they didn't give us nothing for it. I filed my taxes and them coming around telling me I was using Developing Option as a cover. Cover for what? None of that's going to be true. None of that's going to be true. The government putting this big ass picture and they going to arrest 21 dudes. Some dudes I don't even talk to. I don't even know nothing about. So how the hell you going to lump me in with all them? But it's all a big picture, though. It's all a big picture. Now I'm going to be sitting in here. It's going to be years on my life. Then you going to get dudes who I don't even talk to. What they going to say? You ruining people's lives. I heard there's over 21 people that's been arrested. This shit wrong. It is what it is. Church, just pray for me. Pray for me, pray for my family. Look at what we did. You look at what I did. I've been home 21 years. It ain't over, though. That's what it's not.
It ain't over.
Blessings.
Okay, y'all, he going back live.
All these charges on the news. I'm headed back to LA. And then I'm looking at the people they arrested. How you gonna go arrest people that I don't even talk to?
Y'all hear that?
That's a built-in liar right there.
I'm trying to make sure these notifications ain't in the way so y'all can see.
Is that how they gonna work the case? Everybody know I don't fuck with Cannon.
Y'all hear that?
Everybody know I don't fuck with Brick Baby. So if you want to arrest certain dudes, and put them next to me, there was a dudes you gonna have that call themselves turn against me. Well, ain't no turn against me. I ain't going for that. You might as well go get 600 and whack. These dudes been saying I did shit all year. So what they doing is they go on the internet and these dudes say that I did shit on the internet.
Y'all hear that?
I did on the internet, they gonna investigate it. Now you raiding my houses, raiding my shops, raiding all this stuff. And talking about I'm committing crimes and covering up with developing option. What crimes am I committing to cover up with developing option? You know what I'm saying? I ain't committed no crimes and covered nothing up with developing option. That shit crazy. But this how they get you. They get one or two people to say something. Ain't gonna be no real evidence. Ain't gonna be no real nothing. It's gonna be a repeated thug. It's gonna be a bunch of people in jail for a bunch of different crimes that don't have nothing to do with me. They finna lump all of us up and say it's all around the 60s. Watch and see.
Y'all listening?
I'm finna experience the same thing out here. I knew it was coming. Now they on there saying all this stuff to assassinate my character. All right, man, just pray for me. And again, they can do any one of us. It ain't nobody safe with these dudes. If these dudes feel they want you, how they going around talking about somebody's gonna raid my house before my house get raided?
Y'all hear that?
They there with the police.
He said they there with the police.
Y'all sitting there following them. Everybody that's a part of them shows, and 100 shows, all them shows, and y'all need to, everybody who following them, promoting them, anything. Y'all wrong. Y'all ain't black. And y'all show ain't for our people.
Come on. It's only a few more minutes, but I'm going to stop there. I think you get the gist of what he was saying as he was turning himself in. Of course, they have confirmed that he is in after claiming that he was missing for a while. Family, let me tell you all something. This is early on. I'm not going to speak for or against. You ain't going to hear me talk too early and back somebody that y'all trying to say that, Vicki, you don't know. Listen, let me tell you something. I understand the powers that shouldn't be and how they will unnecessarily and unfairly and unjustly and libelously lie. Did I say lie? Did I say lie? Assassinate your character, trump up evidence, and then put these devils out there in modern media, like he said in his particular case with the street people. Y'all sitting there, he called out the people that's following them, giving them likes and all of that. And he said, how you going to say you raid my house before you even raid my house? He said, the very people that y'all listen to are the ones that working with the police. Talk black to me, somebody. Family, this is not how stuff's supposed to be run based on those stupid gossip and stuff. And trying to get him because he done linked a lot of this stuff in probably with these loans and all this other kind of stuff. And they trying to twist it and turn it. And a lot of that mess sounds salacious. Now, I'm going to be on top of it. But one of the reasons I want to bring this up is because I some years ago, when I was on Fly Nubian Queen and some other platforms, some of you all remember the fact that when I would hear news, because I care about my followers, my supporters, and some of my viewers out of California, which I've been to California a few times, were telling me about some of the goings on there. So some years ago, I did a broadcast basically on some of the corruption of the police related to LA. Yes. And so I connected some more dots recently with the Trump administration. I was talking about what was going on with the Mexico tariffs and how they know how we feel about illegal migration, illegal immigration, and they know how we feel about certain folks coming from Mexico and other places. So they expect us to stay upset about what they're actually allowing. So even though we don't want Mexico's people over here illegally, what they're not telling you is why your U.S. government allows them to come through. And there's something else greater and bigger that's going on that actually has to do with resources and minerals and bricks and the international geopolitical stuff, and why Donald Trump snuck and tucked in one of his executive orders or one of the documents that he signed recently, where he was labeling the Mexican cartels as a terrorist, and not because they're not because they're not killers and murderers and that stuff too. He had a nefarious reason for doing that. And you got to understand, just like Trump and the other administrations targeted folks in the Middle East, targeted multiple countries throughout the continent of Africa, targeted South Africa and other places. Now Trump is so-called targeting who? Their own allies, right? Like Canada. Yes. Like Mexico is technically ally of the United States. What is that about? America knows that she's losing, but she's keeping how she's really down bad secret. So she's starting a whole bunch of other stuff in order to keep everybody else divisive and unable to actually develop in their countries. And we're trying to threaten, for example, Greenland and some of those other resources. Since the Arctic is unthawing, they're finding that there are resources that are under the ground there. So areas that we had once abandoned and didn't want nothing to do with. And now he's talking about the Panama Canal, talking about we didn't give it to China, we gave it to so and so. Now they talking about retaking that. Well, those are some connections that I draw in Big U's interview that he recently did with Willie D. Are y'all hearing me today? Well, when you get a chance, family, I want you all to go over to African Diaspora News Channel. Why? I'm going to it right now. My post, I posted on my own channel here at VickiDillard.tv. Go to my community page because I do regular posts over here too. Well, just so you all see, where is it at? I posted, here it is, my video.
The African Diaspora. Download our African.
As of the time you're seeing this, this has been almost 2 weeks ago. Where is the headline? I'm trying to show y'all the headline. That I am big about doing geopolitical, in other words, international news. Yes, of course, I've never look at that headline. National news here in the United States, but it's important for us to connect the dots. You see the headline? Connected in ways that the powers that shouldn't be don't want us to know. Yes. Well, family, I'm just a girl from Mississippi that now lives in the Wild Wild West, so I don't pretend to be any body with letters in front or behind. That video is about 12 minutes long. I wanted you all to see. I'm giving you the receipts to show you this is what I did on the African Diaspora News Channel a couple of weeks ago. Mexican cartels. OG Rolling 60s Crip reveals U.S.-backed Mexican cartels and Trump's hidden tariff scheme. 12 days later, they arrested him. And I believe we were onto something. And I don't believe I was just onto something. I think some of the comments and y'all connecting some dots. You're a little too woke out there. And so before the narrative got too crazy and before too many people might be on his side, let's hurry up and snatch him real quick. Are y'all catching that? Y'all know I'm going to be on top of this. There's more to come, but I'm just trying to show you all how we do stuff here. We're not just over here chit-chatting. I know y'all like to look at your sister with the curly braids and laugh at me sometimes, bamming this gavel, but baby, I be dropping knowledge. And there's a reason why the powers that shouldn't be are intimidated, but no weapon formed against us shall prosper. We're onto something, and now is our time, and they understand that their time has come to an end to rule with oppression. Don't miss my event, free, Saturday, April 5th. We're going to attach the link, and we're going to pin the link below in the comments. Family, also, you can get your mini gavels. I have enchanted mini gavels that I pray over and put special oils over that you can use for your own magical purposes. Get yours there. We're also doing still pre-sales for my female archangel manifestation calendars. You can get that at my website as well at VickiPlanet.com. We're going to put my website link there so you can do everything if you want to join my school for low cost every month. My students are getting the greatest high level universal spiritual principles and they're getting breakthroughs in their lives. If that's you're about that life, how many of you all know the ancients say, "My people perish for lack of knowledge"? So if you're perishing for lack of knowledge, when you have the right knowledge, that means that you're on the road to success. How many of you all know that information and data is so important that governments classify it, militaries classify it? How many of you all know that your information is so important that they got an AI war, they got a data war with the most powerful people and entities on the planet over your information? So can you imagine what spiritual war is going on based on spiritual knowledge and information? Who has the supreme knowledge? You don't want to miss my courses. It governs the course of your life when you activate the knowledge that you hear there. And especially if you make a decision to change your life for the long term, the Vicki Dillard Mystery School is for you. All that information you can find on my website, VickiPlanet.com. We're going to pin the website link below. I can't wait to see you again.